What's going on, y'all? It's Serenity Storm checking in, aka Crew. I am your cosmic rootwork astrologer specializing in evolutionary astrology. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can hit me up at the link below. I am now. What was I about to say? I'm now taking personal readings on a donation tip based basis. Okay. So if you would like to, so I'm doing a tip based basis, but I'm also going to be doing, what was I about to say? What was I about to say? Also doing barter and trade exchanges. So if you have any type of service that you would like to exchange, if you have like some type of like, items, personal items that you would like to exchange from artwork, to, some jewelry pieces if you have those, if you like those, because I love jewelry. I just love it. I need to get some more on my hands. I make jewelry as well, but I haven't in a long time. But I like from crafter to crafter, from artisan to artisan. I love that as well. Let me know anything that comes to mind. I'm so down for that. I do have a new podcast that just dropped. Shout out to Jupiter being in my third house in Taurus. Um, that is going to be, I've already dropped one episode that talks a little bit about Venus and Scorpio. But I also have another episode dropping the 10th on Sunday. I think at 11 o'clock of why I'm actually going to be making my services on a tip by donation and barter and trade basis. It's been something that's been on my heart for a minute, but like I said, all that information will be there. I will be going ahead and posting that podcast too on YouTube, but if you want to actually go to the actual website or go to the actual podcast itself, you can send me voice notes on there. If you want to do a shout out on the, channel, if you want to ask me something via voice note on the channel, or on the podcast, you could do, if you have like a service or anything, that holistic based service that you want me to try out, and you want to send something there, I will definitely, try it and then also promote it if I'm fucking with it on the channel as well. So, already or not, here we come. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pluto in the 8th house for Cancer rising. For those of y'all that don't know exactly what Pluto is, if you're coming in for the first time, first of all, welcome to my humble abode. Second of all, Pluto is the energy that we talk about. It's ruled by Scorpio. It rules over Scorpio. And it is one of the coldest and tiniest planets. It's a little bit more so the furthest away from the sun. So it's not really giving heat. It's fiery in nature because of the Phoenix rising kind of energy, this death transformation energy that it goes through, but it's not more so. It's a little bit more distant, right? If you will. And so any type of transformation, uncovering, reckoning, secrets being revealed, the dirt of the dirt, the grittiest of the gritty, here comes Pluto, right? But when we talk about this energy of Aquarius, this is like the revolution. It's like, honestly, it's like an earthquake. Pluto in Aquarius to me is like the earthquake. It's literally like the straw that broke the camel's back. No shade to the camels, but it's literally like the straw that broke the camel's back, okay? And so when we bring this energy together and we talk about this rebellion spirit, rebellious nature, the collective energy, bringing people together, but also to, it can be given cope in some ways, and also to the process of like how we explore technology, censorship being at an all-time high, all these things that have to do with the connection to electricity and connection to upper echelon spirit as well, is when we talk about this energy. And it will be entering in your 8th house, which is another Scorpio house of taxes and death and sex and birth and resurgence of energy. Also hidden, other people's money as well is coming up here. There could be a little tussling and bustling in this 8th house here. 8th house also has to do with inheritance as well. So if there's anybody out there, that's the first and foremost thing I want to say, that maybe has a family that has to do with inheritances in any form or shape for Cancer rising, you could find that if there is somebody in your immediate family that ends up passing on, there could be some there could be a little, this is for example, this doesn't have to pertain to everybody, but there could be, for example, some fights, some struggles over with, this energy. Now, granted, Pluto will be in Aquarius for 19, 20 some odd years, but these could just be themes that are playing out during this particular time. So, you know, power struggles over money, maybe money that was owed back to you. You know, you maybe in court fighting over the money, or, you know, trying to get, you know, money and things like that straight here. Now, I do see that that society is going to be changing vastly in these 20 some odd years. So the ways that we even look at our courts and justice systems are going to be a little different here. Even the way we look at money, I feel like is going to be different here. But, you know, don't let me tell it, you know. But these are themes that could be coming up. So maybe if you're not fighting over money, or there's power struggles over money, there could be power struggles over resources, having enough resources, or people bartering resources with each other and things like that. And there's just being some like push and pull and tugs with that in particularly. You definitely gonna be ready to probably tear it down for, you know, in terms of like your finances and or just resources and things like that that you acquire. You're gonna be ready to like go for bro in that area of your life. You'll definitely also, you could also see like when it comes to your intimate, like deep intimate parts of yourself, you could really see this nature, because like I said, platonic energy, like I said, has to do with like, you know, sex and death and things. You could be exploring your sexuality in a way that you've never explored it before as well too, with this Cancer energy, or just getting very close and intimate with, like I said, these deep parts of yourself that maybe that you just did not express or did not allow yourself to fully express. You could maybe have like a partnership or something like that that brings you closer to yourself. Maybe it could be a romantic relationship, but this can also just be like, I could say a friendship. I don't know. It could be like a certain relationship that allows you to experience this level of connection even within your own body. I like to think of this energy as like tantric in a sense. Maybe you have somebody that, you know, you have like this experience with tantrically, and it awakens, you know, or activates something in you, like activates this, electrifies this fire in you again, this spark again that maybe you just kind of, you know, somewhat were missing at a point in time. Like it just eluded you for a while. And now that you're exploring these deeper parts of yourself, it just like awakens something in you, this wild, um, rebellious nature in you that's like, okay, like where is this part of me been? Where is this side of me been? Like I haven't seen this part of me in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So that could be something that comes up for you during this period. I want to come a little bit back to this, but let me keep going. Some trust issues in regards to your resources and monies and values and things like that could also be coming up for you, Cancer rising. Like I said, you might feel a little crabby in this area of your life now. Uh, yeah, some things also too, you could just, I feel like with Cancer rising, especially because Pluto is going to be going through here, and like I said, this is the energy that like exposes things and brings things up. You could just feel very vulnerable during this period of your life. Like you could just feel like everything is just like out in the open. You know, you don't really know how to, you know, when I say go on with the world, it's just like the world is moving like so vastly, and there's this part of Cancer that really does appreciate its privacy, that really just appreciates its alone time, and you're needing to, in a sense, like reach out to other people, or for example, just reaching out to other people or collectives and things, and maybe you just want to be in your shell. Like maybe you just don't want any parts of it. Like you're just like, I don't want to, like I can be, but I don't want to be connected to these groups in this way. Like I really just want to be connected to like my family, but maybe you're needing to reach out to, you know, collectives and, you know, just being outside of like your proverbial shell or comfort zone, and it just makes you feel very raw and open and vulnerable and receptive to like, you know, spiritual attacks or something. I don't know. It's just, I just feel like Cancer is going to feel very raw. There's going to be a very rawness to the things happening not only around you, but the things that are happening inside of you. Something is going to be lit up, and it could just make you feel like I just feel so naked. Like, I don't know why. Like, I feel like everything's exposed. I'm feeling exposed, you know. And then you feel like you want to like recoil, you know, this energy, because you're like, I just feel like everything's out in the I don't know. I gotta and then shimmy shimmy yeah, and then shimmy shimmy whoa. It's like, what? I don't know what this is about, right? So this could be coming up for you, Cancer rising here. You could also too, because the 8th house definitely has to do, I know we talk about the 12th house being the subconscious, but the 8th house definitely can do with parts of the psyche that are hidden. So at this time, if you maybe were interested, and also we all always talk about Aquarius as being unconventional, alternative forms of healing. Maybe you're tapping into these intuitive gifts and abilities and things like that. Maybe as you are going through these changes within whatever it is that you are doing for work, maybe you start tapping deeper into these abilities, and those are the things that now are supporting you with your spiritual gifts and abilities, because those things are starting to heighten, right? And they're starting to become, you know, come out of you and things like that. So maybe this is a change that you do, and it heightens. And for some, it might feel a little daunting in the sense of like, I know that I've always had these gifts and abilities in me, but they're kind of overwhelming, and I'm feeling all these things, and you want to retreat away from, you know, society and things like that. But then you have like this calling to come forward, and you're like, I don't want to like, y'all trying to make me be seen. Like, I ain't trying to be seen right now. Like, you know, so that could definitely be coming up for you during this time. Especially while Jupiter is for you. Let me think. Where was I going with that? Don't know where I was going with that specifically. I wanted to say Jupiter and Taurus, but we're not talking about that right now. I just think that there's going to be you're going to be feeling a little exposed in this area of your life in ways, and like I said, at which you haven't probably felt for quite some time. Like I said, experiencing deep, I think I talked about this, like the intimate parts of yourself could be exposed, but just experimenting deeply. There might be just sexually some things that you experience. You just want to be careful here, because Aquarius, there's nothing wrong with trying new things and things like that, but I think because Pluto can be a little obsessive, you know, just when it comes to like intimacy and stuff like that. For example, if you are running into partnerships that are a little bit more abrasive, and this is just an example, especially when it comes to like your physical boundaries, like when you're like, you know what, I kind of want to take things slow. For example, kind of want to take things slow, but you have a partner on the other side that might be like a little bit more pressed about like having this access to you in a sexual way. Just be wary of like those, and this is just an example of like what this could look like, or just somebody trying to, you know, intensify, you know, the connection, or maybe you are, you know, you have like these sexual limits, and somebody's trying to push your limits in a way that you're not comfortable with, you know. And when I say this, I mean like, for example, maybe you start exploring like BDSM or something like that. I know this is like extreme. You're like, wait, what? No. Like, maybe you're exploring, you know, something like this, and like you're like, okay, when I say pineapple, you know, cut it. You feel me? Like, I'm good. And then, you know, you're just don't like just being in compromising situations, consensual. You want to make sure that you're just in consensual situations when this comes in, because sometimes people can kind of push the gun and push the envelope way too far. And I just don't want you to be in a situation where you're being compromised because of it. So I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm not gonna go too deeper in that, but just making sure that you keep that in mind. Delving, like I said, deeper into parts of the psyche, and also I think I said going back to financial changes and challenges could also pop up here too, like I said, in resources needing to be like either taken it back, or power struggles as well with the finances, or some type of resources that you have could also be coming up. But that's all I have for Pluto in the 8th house for Cancer rising. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all check me out. Make sure y'all subscribe to that newsletter. I do have a free course that comes with subscription to the newsletter that will be delivered right to your inbox. Also have memberships on Patreon available, so y'all make sure y'all go check that out. All the links in the bio. Podcast coming out, boom. Are already out, boom. Next episode coming out, boom. And y'all already know what it is. Like I said again, it's a rainy storm, checking out without a doubt. I'll see y'all on the next one next week, and we're finishing up the Pluto series here. Deuces.